My name's Eli here. I'm here with Barb, former nun, then married childhood sweetheart. Did you always grow up in Seneca County?
The first time, when I was born, it was in Defiance, so...
Oh, okay, so locally.
In Ohio.
Okay. So, what influenced you to become a nun? And was it something you always thought about, or did something in your life happen that kind of influenced you to change something?
Well, I went to Calvert, and
Okay.
I was influenced by Sister Jane that was in one of my teachers.
Okay.
And so I kind of, we talked back and forth, and I just decided I wanted to be a nun.
Really? Oh, okay, that's incredible. So would you kind of like owe a lot of credit to her specifically for kind of showing you just...
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Cool. So what kind of preparations did you have to do leading up to becoming a nun?
There wasn't any particular specifications or anything like
Really?
that.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Were there any oaths you had to take? Anything you had to change about your lifestyle back then?
No, there wasn't.
Okay, awesome. So would you say like you were already pretty comfortable in that situation? Like was it kind of easier to just adapt to that without really having to focus on anything else?
Right.
Awesome. How long were you a nun?
I was a nun for 8 years.
Wow, okay, incredible. Yeah, was there any experiences that stick out to you during that time?
Oh, it was really, really nice.
Really?
I enjoyed every minute of it, and the Franciscans were fantastic.
Cool. Did you ever personally feel like you helped anyone out or helped change someone's life in any way?
Yes, I did.
Awesome.
And some of them in my own family.
Wow, yeah, that's incredible. So while you were a nun, what were some of the service acts you performed?
Well, I was housekeeper. I taught CCD. I taught, it was something else, but I don't remember what
That's
it was.
fine. Can you explain, I apologize, I personally don't know, can you explain what CCD is and a little bit about what housekeeper does?
Oh, okay, a CCD is Catechism of Christian Education.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And so then what would some of the duties of housekeeper be? What's the job for that?
Well, it would be like what they call going out on mission.
Okay.
And
Awesome.
I went to Bucyrus.
Oh, okay,
and,
cool.
Then it was housekeeping.
Yeah, okay, so just taking care of like the general area.
Right.
Okay, awesome. What is the process involved in leaving the sisterhood?
Well, I had prayed about what, if I should go on for a final profession, or if I should, something else was there for me.
Okay.
And I just came to the fact that I would be doing something better, and it's like God telling me that I should leave the convent and pursue the what other kind of
exactly. Do you think this experience overall, do you feel like a strong connection with God now?
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's
Definitely.
incredible.
Definitely.
Was it difficult for you to renounce your vows?
No.
Were you kind of thinking of like the greater good? Did you want to get more involved with like a specific family aspect? Like, was it kind of bittersweet leaving?
It was in a way, but I thought, well, I'm going to go and I'll try it. I wouldn't be able to come, I could come back, but
Yeah.
I thought I'll, take advantage of just going out and seeing what is out there.
Okay.
And my parents were my foster parents, and they really helped me out too.
Wow. Yeah. No, that sounds like an incredible experience. So you've had all sorts of memories from different perceptions of, lifestyles, and I think that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Had you stayed in touch with your husband while you were a nun?
No.
No? Was that something they controlled, or was that something you personally wanted to take on yourself?
The person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't even think about that was not a reason why I left.
Okay.
I just to me, it was just not my lifestyle.
Okay. Yeah. No, that had to be hard. I respect that. And how long were you married?
Let's see, 54 years now.
Wow, that's so cool.
This year's 54.
Wow, really? That's so cool. When's your guys' anniversary, if you don't mind me asking?
July 31st.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, I'm so happy for you. That's everything we have here. So thank you so much for your time. Is there anything else you would like to say?
Well, I'm perfectly happy. My husband's at St. Francis over across the street now.
Okay, yeah.
Because he's in a wheelchair all the time.
Oh, okay.
And I couldn't take care of him because he kept falling.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. Thanks for talking.
That didn't last long.
Okay. Yeah. So, can you explain to us the origin of you and your husband's relationship?
Well, it's interesting because I knew my husband since my sisters and I were with foster parents, and my foster mom and dad was my husband's aunt and uncle.
Oh, okay. So did you marry early on age?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Did you so you guys got to kind of in a way grow up together and share a lot of stuff that people usually don't get to see, right? Yeah.
Yes.
That's incredible. And you would say, in some certain ways, would you say your relationship with your husband paralleled some of the same ideas you had with your relationship with God?
Yes.
Yeah, that's incredible. Cool.
And Tiffin?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's St. Mary's.
Did you end up having any children?
Yes, we had 2 boys and 2 girls.
Awesome. What were their names?
Steve, Tony, Teresa, and Angela.
Did they follow in your guys' path? Did they end up doing something with religion or something tailored towards God, or did they kind of stray away from that?
No, they're all with God.
Really?
And even our one daughter, our youngest daughter,
Yeah.
when she was younger and when she was in high school and they'd ask questions about the family, and she'd say, my mom was a nun.
Wow, yeah, that is cool. That is cool. Yeah, they go, okay. Yeah, that's incredible. What are your 2 boys doing?
Tony lives in Columbus and he has a family.
Oh, really? Okay, that's incredible.
And Steve lives in Tiffin.
Oh, okay. He stayed locally here?
Yes.
Okay.
And Teresa is a teacher at Calvert.
Oh, really?
An art teacher.
Oh, okay, awesome.
And Angela lives up in Cleveland.
Oh, okay. So they're all relatively, they all stayed pretty close, which is cool. Yeah. So
in Ohio.
Yeah. So do you guys do you still feel like, since everyone's so local, do you guys still feel like a pretty strong family connection?
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah, that is cool.
And my granddaughter is going to be in the homecoming court. She's
really, that's so cool.
So I'm hoping she'll get crowned queen.
Yeah. No, that's very cool to look forward to. Do you stay in touch with a bunch of your grandkids?
Oh yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. If you don't mind me asking, how many grandkids do you have?
7.
Wow, 7. That's incredible. Yeah, that's awesome. Do you think they'll follow your footsteps and kind of revolve their life around a religious aspect?
I pray they do.
Yeah. No, that'd be so cool. Was there a specific service act that not only did you feel fully confident in, was there one that you preferred or one that you enjoyed doing above others?
What do you mean?
Was there something you were involved with in the sisterhood, whether it could be mission trips or just something for charity or just helping out around housekeeping? Was there something you preferred?
Well, I taught religion classes too.
Oh, okay. So you taught a bunch of were these could they be anyone, or were they specifically children, adults, teens?
It was anyone.
Really? Yeah. Okay. Did that take place at the at the church?
Well, I was out on mission, that's what they call it, different times too, and I would help out with that.
Oh, okay. When you went on missions, did you go to anywhere in particular that you really enjoyed?
Yes, St. Anthony Villa in Toledo. It's the children.
Oh, really?
Yep, I love that.
Really? What was so special about that to you?
Just the children.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you still, to this day, do you still go around and talk to children?
No, I lost track of them because when I moved from there, I had another area where I went to, and so.
Yeah, so that had to feel pretty amazing.
I still think about some of the people.
Yeah. Well, it'd probably be safe to say you definitely inspired a lot of kids, which is really neat. It's been like here personally to transition from everything you did with religion, with your family. Was coming here a big change for you, or have you settled in pretty easily?
You mean to the facility here?
Yeah.
Oh, I settled in pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Because when I was in the convent, we would go out on mission different places. And
so you're used to moving around.
Yes.
And okay. Are there other residents here who are pretty religiously, just basing off of God and His teachings? Have you been able to find that connection with anyone else here?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Yeah. There are other ladies.
Cool. Do you guys have, will you guys meet up and, discuss that? Or, have you guys met together to, I don't know, I guess, I don't want to say pray, but, I don't know, practice with each other or anything like that?
Well, we have the Jolinda that you just showed you here. Mm-hmm. She's our activity director.
Oh,
and
okay.
So us ladies get together every day she has something
daily?
for us to do every day.
Wow, okay, that's incredible.
Unless she's, of course, on the weekend is different.
Yeah, okay. So going off of growing up in this general area, are you glad you ended up where you did, or was there somewhere you always kind of had an eye on to go and spread the word, or are you glad you were in Seneca County?
Oh, I'm glad I'm in Seneca County, and I don't get out much, but we do talk about God and stuff like that here too.
Yeah, okay.
What did your husband do? What brought you here to Seneca County initially?
My husband was from Seneca County.
Yeah.
And I lived out on State Route 53. That's where I grew up somewhat. Mm-hmm. And so.
And what was his profession?
And when we were, he and his family would come over to Mom and Dad. That's what we called it, Mom and Dad's house, and we'd play hide and seek and all that stuff. And Louie and I would usually go and hide at the same place.
Yeah.
And we lived on Huss Street, and we had a chicken coop, and we would go behind the chicken coop. Well, Louie gave me my first kiss behind the chicken.
Yeah, that's incredible.
So you knew he liked you?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's incredible. Career-wise, was he also involved in the church, or did he work anywhere else?
No, he's always been.
He's always been in with the church.
Well, he's helped with ushering in our church and stuff.
Oh, okay.
That, yeah.
Did your passion for teaching young adults, kids about God and His teachings?
No, he wasn't against it.
Really? Okay.
No.
Yeah. Cool.
Because he knew I enjoyed it. So.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's cool. That speaks to kind of that special bond. Mm-hmm. Yeah, to put that aside, that is nice.
Maybe
anything about this ceremony that I don't know, that you cherish, that you kind of think back on? Was there anything you really enjoyed from the ceremony?
I enjoyed the whole thing.
Yeah.
And my one daughter, every time we'd see somebody, she says, "My mom was a nun."
Yeah.
And then Louie would walk me from Calvert, because we both went to Calvert.
Yeah.
And he would walk me home sometimes, and we'd get in the house, and Mom would say, that's my foster mom, we call her Mom, and she said, "Well, here comes Judy with her boyfriend Lukey." It was the Judy Canova program at that time.
Yeah.
On TV. You don't know that.
Yeah.
you knew you would end up with that baby.
Yeah. So with your daughter going around and telling people about your relationship with God, did you have a lot of people out in public come up to you and talk to you about being a nun and ask you what that's like? Really? Mm-mm. Really? Okay.
So I was so little at that time.
Really?
You know.
Yeah. Was preparing for taking your vows and anything, can you go into a little detail about that? Was that like the preparations for fully becoming a nun, like the time lapse for that? Is that like something you prepare for years, months, like just building up to that before you finally like can be a part of that? Was that a big step for you?
Well, when I first went in the convent, it was a year, and then you become a novice.
Oh, okay.
And after high school, but then after a novice, you become a sister.
Oh, okay.
And so I loved every minute of it.
Yeah. Did you study under someone specifically? Was there another nun that kind of took you and the younger nuns like under her wing and showed you anything?
Yes.
Okay. Can you
There
talk?
was a Sister Alice.
Oh, okay.
And Sister Maurice.
Oh, okay.
They were both in the novitiate. That's what it was called.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you talk to us a little bit about them? Did you have a closer relationship with either of them?
Well, they oversaw all of us in the novitiate.
Okay.
And they were always, we talk about God and have classes and talking about God all the time. And so, yes.
Cool. Do you still stay in touch with anyone you knew from the nunnery often?
Well, there are some nuns that come over here every once in a while.
Oh, they come here? That is cool. Yeah, that's awesome. That's incredible.
And I say, what are you doing here?
Yeah. Was leaving the sisterhood particularly hard for you, or was it something you kind of realized needed to be done eventually? Was it something that kind of built up for a while, or I don't know, was it something you always knew was going to happen?
Oh, I didn't always know that. It was I was always going to be a nun.
Yeah.
But so it was hard to make a decision like that.
Yeah.
But I was up for final profession, and I was really praying hard to know what to do.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I decided that it was going to be best for me to just walk out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Did you talk to other people too? Or
Pardon?
aside from praying, were there other people that you consulted to kind of make that decision?
Well, we had a novice mistress that we could always go and talk to, and she was always very nice and understanding. And I talked to my mom and dad, and they said, "Well, it's up to you. It's your life. You have to make the decision yourself."
Yeah.
Okay.
So I prayed about it. I prayed hard about it.
It's good that they were supportive, though.
Oh, very supportive.
During your time transitioning from the sisterhood into the other aspects of your life, did you have a lot of support from those around you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that is cool. What do you think was the hardest part about that, making that transition?
Well, I was praying about all this and everything, and so it came, I don't know if it wasn't, sort of swiftly. It wasn't swiftly. It was, I don't know how to explain it.
No, that's all right. But did it just happen kind of quickly, just so fast?
Yeah. Well, it was like a year or so that I had been thinking about it.
Yeah.
And so, but I don't think there was anything that I was really gung-ho or doing or anything like that. But
it must have been really nice about what we were talking earlier, to have the support from all those people.
And when we had our vacation, I had told Mom and Dad about it, and Louis happened to come over to the house that day. He didn't know I was going to be there, and when he walked in, he saw me standing there, because I had my nun habit.
So you and your family seem very close and very dedicated to God. When it comes around for certain holidays like Christmas or Easter, do you guys have like big events with each other with like the whole family?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you talk about those for a little bit? Are they usually pretty fun?
Oh, definitely.
Really?
They're fun.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Do you have a favorite?
Children.
Oh, okay. Is there one you particularly enjoy, or do you really like Christmas? Do you prefer Easter or anything else?
I like them all.
You like them all? Yeah, yeah, because each one's a chance to catch up with everyone and see how they're going. Yeah, yeah, that's incredible. How does your husband feel about these certain holidays? Does he enjoy them? Does he like getting out, seeing the family and everything like you do? Yeah, yeah.
My sons or my brother-in-law will come and pick him up because he's in a wheelchair all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
And they'll always come and pick him up and bring him to wherever we're having our celebration.
Yeah. Do you guys have any, if it's personal, you don't have to talk about it, do you guys have any family traditions that are like, have been around for a while during these get-togethers that you guys do?
I don't think of anything. We just have fun.
Yeah, just have fun. Yeah, yeah, just dinner and stuff like. Yeah, okay.
My children would probably know something, but
yeah, that's all right.
Just if there's anything else you want to talk about that we haven't talked about in your past, something that you want to particularly tell us.
Yeah.
Share.
Well, to tell the truth, from the beginning, when our home was broken up and my dad died, and we were scattered all over, but we always managed to keep in touch with each other. So, but I don't have any regrets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because after my dad died, we had to make do with what anybody older person was saying, because we were on welfare and stuff like that. So. Did you have any other like close friends or siblings that helped you out with that, or did you kind of have to realize that you needed to be strong-willed and step up and take care of others? Well, my brothers and my sisters, we just knew it was like we knew that we had to make do with whatever whatever home they put us into. So.
And throughout that, were you guys able to stick together?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's awesome.
So you were in the same home with your siblings?
No, my two sisters and I, and then my brothers were in another home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was hard.
But then, it was. Then we would see each other off and on.
Was everyone treated fairly and with respect in the home?
My sisters and I were. We had tremendous. I'm just now finding out that my brothers, in the one home that they went to, because we were split. The boys went one place and the girls went the other. Yeah. And they were really mistreating my brothers. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I just found out that. And my one brother is gay.
Oh, okay.
And it doesn't make me any difference. He's still my brother.
Yeah. Of course. Has
I have two other brothers. Are both deceased, and I have a sister deceased.
Okay. Do you, when you frequently pray, do you often think about them and keep them in your thoughts?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah. That's awesome. Your brothers who were separated from you, were they able to get out of that? Did they turn out all right, like safe from harm since the home?
After a while. Yeah. They were. Yeah.
How long were they in that home?
Oh my, I don't even remember. I don't recall how long it was spent.
Okay. Yeah.
But two of them are deceased, and the one that isn't, he lives in Fostoria.
Oh, okay. Okay, so he's also not too far.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
So he was the one that told you about some of the mistreatment? Had kept it a secret?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
But we go out, my other sister and I, there's only 3 of us left out of the 7. But, and we go out to dinner every so often, so it's nice because we can keep in touch and find out what's happening and just open up into each other.
Yeah, that's incredible. Do you feel like there's few bonds on earth that you kind of share with anyone else besides your siblings? Like you'll always, for like everything you went through in and out of the home, like you'll always kind of be like tightly bound no matter where anyone would end up? Like even when you were separated younger, like you guys always had kind of this tight bond? Cool. That's incredible. Cool.
What was important to you that you brought in this folder?
Oh, when I was in the lay ministry classes, I have some of them, but this we had to write about our life, and this is I named it A Seed Planted, and this is what I did. And we had to turn it in. Jolinda made me a couple copies, so that's why I didn't know if you would be interested in reading it.
Of course. Thank you so much. Writing that, was it therapeutic in a way to kind of put you? Yeah, because I enjoy writing too. So was it like, it's kind of nice to, it feels like you're talking to someone even if no one's there, to put your ideas on the page. And it will be cool to have someone to read this.
And it brings back so many memories.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you so much for this.
Well, I don't know if I'll help any or not, but.
Oh yeah, well it'll still be really cool to read. I already picked out Uncle Drubert's beer joint. that sounds interesting. Yeah, that is really cool. Thank you.
I like the title.
Yeah, that is a really cool title.
That was many years ago I wrote that.
Here it says, Grandpa Charles and Grandma Dolly, it was a lot of fun living with them. Can you tell me what that was like?
With Grandpa and Grandma.
Yeah, what were those days kind of like?
That was after my dad died, and they had owned a hotel up in Detroit.
Okay.
And so they had us come up there, and we all stayed up there with them for a short time.
Okay.
Until we came back to Tiffin. But it was fun.
Yeah.
I even was busy with matches, Yeah. And I put a match in a can behind the hotel. And it was a gas. I burnt my fingers. I never touched a match after that.
Yeah, I could imagine. Well, I'm glad you're okay, yeah. Your house, that was on South Road 53 of Tiffin, it talks about getting to go out in a big yard and playing. Did you have any fond memories about that in that big backyard? Yeah.
There was a creek behind the house.
Oh, really?
And we would go wading in it. And one time I was walking down the middle of the creek, and all of a sudden everything went black. I was underwater, and my oldest brother went and picked me up.
Wow. Was it pretty deep?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember that.
Really? Okay. Yeah.
Thank goodness he was there.
Yeah. That sounds fun. I like one of the favorite pastimes at our homes was climbing up the 2 giant maple trees in front of our houses. That sounds fun. Was everyone okay? Did anyone ever slip? Okay. Cool.
It was right on 53, right by the highway too.
Oh, really? Wow.
Front yard.
From what I can kind of gather so far, just from what I've skimmed, it sounds like you really like being outside. Sounds like you really like enjoying the fresh air, like sun and everything, so it's kind of cool we got to do this in the sunroom. I think that's pretty neat. Have you ever gone back and visited any of these places?
Well, when we go to Cary or someplace like B3, we go right past the house.
Oh, really? Okay.
It looks basically the same almost.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Did it ever undergo any construction since you've been there, or?
Well, we haven't been there since we were kids.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I don't notice much difference.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Because this section's talking about November 1946. Did everything that was going on within the war during a couple years prior to that, did any of that affect you guys family-wise or affect you within the nunnery?
My father was in the First World War.
Really? Okay. Yeah. Did anyone else in your family follow his footsteps? Are there other people inside your family involved with the military?
Well, my one son went into the Air Force, and
Cool.
he was stationed in Texas.
Okay.
And they discharged him because
Okay.
he had what was it? Oh, he injured his foot.
Oh, okay.
And so he couldn't walk on it very well.
Yeah.
So they bye-bye.
Yeah.
And then my other son was in the Marines, and he also had foot trouble. And they said a Marine can have foot trouble because they do a lot of stuff. I don't know with her,
Yeah.
But so they discharged him too.
Okay.
But to me, they're military guys, and
Yeah. Yeah.
they were in it. They tried it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Is there any fond memory that sticks out to you with you and your children while they were young?
Oh, I loved every minute of it.
Yeah, that does sound incredible. I apologize for asking, how many children did you have again?
4.
4 children, okay. And
2 boys, 2 girls.
Wow, okay, yeah. Were they all relatively the same age, or were a couple of them older than the others?
I didn't have quintuplets.
Yeah. I just mean like...
That's all right.
Yeah.
But what do you mean?
Like the age gap, because I know some people take time off from having kids. I just meant like, were they all like a year or 2 apart, or were any of them like 4 or 5 years apart?
No, they weren't that long apart.
Really? Okay, cool. So they were all relatively the same age?
Close.
Okay, cool. This here, you don't remember too much about church except for the baptism by immersion. Do you still remember that?
Oh, when my grandparents were Baptists.
Yeah.
And that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time I saw that,
yeah.
They're drowning them.
Yeah. Were your own children, baptized?
Yes.
Was that incredible to watch? Yeah, that is cool. Yeah, it says here, I didn't want to be baptized because I didn't want to drown.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
It scared me. That wasn't ours, children. It was another baptism.
Okay.
I hadn't read that since I was, heavens, years and years.
Really?
I haven't read that, and I came across it, and I thought,
Yeah, I'm glad you did. I'm really glad you did.
I think Emily will really like that at the library too.
Pardon?
Emily from the library will like to have a copy.
Yeah.
So we'll give her one.
Oh, okay.
Did you was this kind of like a one-time thing, or did you often kind of jot stuff down or write about the experiences you had throughout your life?
No, but I wish I would have.
Really? Yeah.
I should have kept it up after we had to hand that in.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
Okay.
I'm sorry I didn't.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
Because I think everybody should do something like that.
Yeah.
And I gave a copy about that a long time ago to all our children.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So they each have a copy too?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Do you think they'll follow in your footsteps? Do you think your children one day will write their own seed planted?
Well, you can tell your children to do something, but it's up to them to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
This would be nice for the grandchildren and to keep it updated, but I didn't do that, and I should have. But it's too late.
Yeah. But it's incredible to have this as it is. Certainly still pretty powerful.
Well, I'm glad our instructor told us that we had to do that in
for
class, so
Of course.
comes in handy.
Yeah.
And you can't remember everything that you did in your life to hand it on to your children.
Yeah. Was there anything about your first job at FW Woolworth that stuck out to you?
Yes. I had to take care of the birds and the fish.
Really? Really? That sounds nice. Or was it...
Clean their coat.
Oh, yeah. Maybe not.
There's a bird here I saw.
Hmm?
There's a bird here.
Yeah, the bird cage.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Yeah. That is cool. They're really pretty, too. They're pretty birds. I was checking them out. I couldn't help looking at them for a while. Yeah. Do you have any fish here? Is there like a local pond or anything? Or is there a fish tank?
They have a pond out in the field out there.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Or the front.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Is there anything you want to say about that at all? Like coordinating mass?
Oh, that was so neat.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that one of the your personal favorite things you've done with the church?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was lector and communion minister.
Can you, because personally I, like what I said earlier, I'm not too involved with religion. Can you explain these positions and their jobs and everything?
Oh, well, the lector is sitting reading the readings for Sunday or whatever it is.
Okay.
And I got to set up for the mass. I'll put all the chalices and stuff out on the altar. Okay. And I worked at St. Mary's. Okay. And so I got to do a lot of that, and I really loved it. Yeah. And let's see. Then I was a communion distributor. Okay. And I helped with the baptisms. I got everything set up for them, and I didn't baptize them.
Yeah. Of course, yeah.
But I did a lot of stuff because I was secretary over there too, so I got to do a lot of stuff with the church.
Yeah, that's awesome. It sounds like you touched a lot of lives.
Well, I hope.
Yeah.
You never know how many lives you touch.
Yeah. But that is cool because.
But I was, I took the lay ministry class, and then the bishop. Then we had to go to the cathedral after we had all our classes. Yeah. And then you get his blessing to. Let me see, what is it? He had to take care of everything in the church. Well, you can't hear. I can't hear confessions.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah, exactly. Is there anything at all you would like me to ask or you want to touch on? Looking back, it sounds like you've shared an incredible experience that I don't think a lot of people get to have. Do you think, leading up, everything that's happened to you, that's led up to now, do you think it's all been worthwhile? Everything you've gone through?
Definitely. Yeah. Wow. Even the broken home and everything, I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for everything that happened in the past. Yeah. And my sisters and I, and my brothers too, we all think that we were glad everything happened in the way it did. So because we're the lives we live now. Yeah. We never got in any trouble. Yeah. That's a big one.
Yeah. Aside from putting matches in gas cans. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's incredible. Thank you so much.